I just finished packing because I'm going to Sweden for a couple of days with Kovu. So I'm gonna make a video about bringing your dog on a ferry, since that's a video I needed the first time I did it. There is some things you have to be aware of, some rules you have to know about and stuff like that. So enjoy. I've been traveling with a ferry many times now, and the rules and options differ from ferry to ferry, but you usually have the option to either leave your dog in the car, to bring it to the pet lounge, to stay outside on deck, or to use the kennels on board. I personally prefer to bring my dogs to the pet lounge or to leave them in the car for the shorter trips. Before traveling, there are a few things you have to have in order, but I already made a video about that, and I'm going to make a link in the caption. The rules and options for bringing your dog is always listed on the website of the ferry company, so make sure to go check it out before you go. Make up your mind about what you want to do when you arrive, and make sure to pack everything before you board to avoid any stressful situations. I'm usually traveling solo, which isn't really convenient, but it is possible even with a dog by your side. Some ferries only allow dogs outside, which is fine when the weather is great, but spending many hours outside on the open sea can be no fun if it's cold or windy. I like to leave my dogs in the car for the shorter trips because they are able to sleep and relax, but the con is that you are usually not allowed to check on them while the ferry is moving. Therefore, I never pick this option if we're traveling for longer than 3 hours. If the ferry is having a pet lounge, this is my go-to. The con is that you never know how crowded the area will be, and if I had a reactive dog, I wouldn't do it. It would simply be too stressful for both me, the dog, and all the passengers. And be aware that the pet lounge is also allowing cats, rabbits, and other animals. Some ferries are having kennels on board, but I personally never wanted to leave my dog in new surroundings alone. People are not always allowed in this area, and yeah, that's simply just not an option for me. If the ferry is allowing dogs, they will have a potty area outside. Usually just a small area where your dog can go potty, but it can be hard for some dogs preferring real grass, so make sure to take your dog potty before you're going on board. For longer trips, I book a pet-friendly cabin. Here it's possible to hang out and sleep, and your dog doesn't have to be near other dogs or passengers other times than when you go for walks. I always pack light as possible, so I basically just bring some water, some treats and a blanket. And then I use a shorter leash. I never use any longer leashes, any flexies, anything like that. It's making everything so much more complicated. If I had the chance and if I had a smaller dog, I would definitely bring a crate as well, just to give myself a little bit more flexibility. I'll write a few more things in the caption, but if you have any further questions about bringing your dog on a ferry, don't hesitate to ask questions in the comment section.